Hey, welcome back to the show. Just got back from 100 Acre Wood rally. We had a really great time up there. The weather was a little dicey. Yeah, we had hail, we had everything else. We had a tornado go through the town we were in. It was a lot, but we got a lot of good footage, had a good time. 100 Acre Wood is always one of my favorite events of the year. Just my home rally, been there a lot. Missed the last 2 years because certain circumstances kept popping up, but hey, we had the return flight this weekend and we had a great time. Before I get too far into it, as you saw in that little opening clip, some of you keen dive viewers might have seen the GC bumper I had here. And, that's not a Honda part. No. That's a GC Subaru, and it's because I have an idea. Not for this one, but for another car that's back over in that way, the CRX. I have seen the Time Attack EF with the GC Subaru bumper, and I just happen to have a good friend, Jeff, who happened to have that bumper laid around, and he offered it to me. He said 100 Acre Wood, and he got it to me, and I want to give a huge shout out to him, and thank you so much for all that. So he also has a YouTube channel. He's been growing. He's been doing a lot of constant uploads about all his rally builds, all the stuff he's been working on, some other stuff he's been doing in the shop, and I'll put a link down here. Here's the title so you can find it. But he's super good dude. I'm super proud that he got his YouTube channel up and going, actually started uploading. And he's one of the people that gave me motivation to get back and start doing this for myself, because it's been a little bit, as you guys know, I took a little bit of hiatus to relax, and the intent was always to come back. And now that I'm back, it's time to not be safe anymore. I noticed watching some of my older videos, I was just having fun and experimenting with stuff, and I really didn't. I started taking kind of a safer route, and I think I kind of fell off, and that was my like, oh man, got kind of boring. So it's time to ramp that shit back up and get back to where we were. So as you saw in the last video, I'm starting to strip this thing down. This whole thing is going to be revamped, starting with just basic maintenance, cleaning things up, fixing leaks. This power steering leak has been leaking for years. I'm gonna get that fixed. I'm gonna swap over to my actual full-size radiator I've got. The supercharger stuff is still, I don't know. I think I'm going to just go ahead and turbo this thing just to be fun, and just because I've always wanted to turbo this thing. I know what a lot of you guys are barking, and I hear you, big dog. K-swap. I really do want a K-swap. I could do it. The funds are there, but it's a lot of money to sink into this right now, and I'm really dedicated to the D series, and the many reasons I'm dedicated to the D series is I have a built transmission for this thing. I've got the gears, crawl ratios I want. I've spent all that money and research and R&D into building that the way I wanted to do it, and I want to stick with D for just a little bit longer before I go ahead and K-swap. I think eventually this obviously will be K-swapped. I think everything is eventually going to get K-swapped. The Rogues are getting K-swapped. The Elementals are getting another K-swap, 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 K-swap. Enzo's get a K-swap. Everything eventually will be K-swapped, including this. And I do want to do that because I have an idea for doing a crawl ratio with some crazy gearing and all that stuff, but it's a lot of money, and really I need to put that money towards more stuff that I've been working on and investing on. I do have some land I want to buy. I need another tow rig. I've got a lot of stuff that I really got to get back into. So that's not getting K-swapped just yet because I want to do it right. Speaking of K-swaps, let's go ahead and talk about CRX. Now you're going to kill me because the CRX is now sitting in the backyard under a tarp and a car cover. To give you proof the hostage is still alive. It's in there. You can see in there, but yep. So the story with the CRX is I was pushing it really hard to get it finished last year. I wanted to get it drivable. I wanted to do some like launch videos, like turn up some dirt. And I was routing the cooling system, and something that I was kind of afraid of the entire time came to fruition. The head gasket's just not great. It's blowing coolant out of all the intake. It's pressurizing the crankcase, the whole 9 yards. The first time that I've tried to put coolant in it, I had milky oil pretty quick. And I attributed it to maybe the water pump had a little bit of an oil leak. So I took all that back apart, resealed it, got a new O-ring, did the whole thing. Then I started backtracking it, and I found I just have tons of compression in the intake. The CRX is on the back burner for just a very small amount of time because I'm either gonna rebuild that motor, or I'm gonna buy another K24A2 and just swap it out, just do the quick turnaround. And I really wanna get it ready for this year because, you know, I've had that car, the free CRX for 6 years now. I front end back on last year, as you guys saw. I got it started running last year. I got actually all-wheel drive last year. Got everything all finished up there. And then to get so close to the finish line, then have the head gasket be officially bad. I should have done a compression test, yes, but I just trusted the guy that sold it to me, which, you know, where that gets you. And well, here we are. So we'll go down that road here a little bit. Sorry to bore you with that, but let's get back to the wagon. There you go, boy. So the wagon itself is doing okay, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see in that video, but the whole front end kind of shifted a little bit when I was getting on in and out of the clutch. All the bushings are kind of tired. A lot of like little surface rust things like this here, just to be touched up and cleaned up before that gets any bad. A lot of little wiring things I just got to go through and do as well. Just little stuff that's been kind of neglected. I need to build, obviously, I need to do like fender liners to keep the mud from going up here and just collecting and weighing it all down. Because it gets down in all these little crevices and stuff, and it just makes a huge nightmare for everything. I do want to redo this. I want to build a proper snorkel airbox, and that's going to be kind of dependent if I do the turbo, which kind of leaning that way right now. Do all that, route all that, do something like WRC air cleaner, I don't know, something like that. And then obviously rewrap all this, get this all fixed. You can see it's all peeling back. I didn't really get a chance to show that in the last video, but you can see this thing is just hosed. So when I bought the car in 2015, this vinyl wrap was actually already on the roof because I guess it was just so sun faded they wanted to wrap it just to make it look cool, and it did exactly what it needed to do. But something I was chasing for a very long time was why the hell it kept leaking on me so bad. I know the seals weren't great, but it also turns out this rib nut was just gone. So water was just going right in there into the whole shebang, and it was leaking on me when it rained or if I went to the car wash. So I cut that one out, cut all that stuff out. I got the other rib nuts, are actually pretty good shape. That one needs to be taken out, obviously. That one's junk. I can replace that, get this thing rewrapped, go through all that process. I'll get some more like bigger ticket item ideas, but I really just want to do the general maintenance of this thing. And starting off, I'm just going to power wash all the dirt off the fender liners, out from underneath it. I did some donuts in the snow. But yeah, that just ended up getting a little more dirty after I'd already initially done the cleaning. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock off all this dirt. This is one really nice thing about this garage is right about this time of day, the sun starts getting low and the light gets really pretty in here and it lights up the whole garage. I really like having a western facing garage for that. I was gonna do some measurements to see like height difference after I do this and whatnot, because if you'll see here, when I originally did this, I wanted to keep all the height I could, so I really chalked this up too high, put that circlip on the highest setting. So I'm gonna lower that down, put that down where it needs to be, and see if that makes it ride a little smoother. I just didn't want it to have a whole lot of crazy rake whenever I did it. And I think what I ended up doing was just overspringing everything and exaggerating a problem that I already had with having too much spring. And the back isn't too bad. There's not even a spacer in the back, so I'm not super worried about that. I kind of want to go through and just kind of do a little diagnostic, see like wheel bearing stuff. I think all the wheel bearings here, that one's good. I think this one should be good too. I think the passenger side one, I think, is one I noticed before that might need a wheel bearing. Oh yeah, should get a little bit of play. It's not too bad, but I think when I put this wheel bearing in, I messed it up from the beginning. So that was my bad. It didn't just go bad that quickly. Yeah, that was still good too. I think everything mostly is pretty good shape. I just know there's some bushings and bearings here and there that have just been original to the car that I need to replace. And I would like to redesign this whole radius arm thing. I don't like having these. I would rather do a whole different setup for here. And that may not be this time around. We will see. As you can see, pretty much everything else is doing okay. I do want to, this is going to hurt my soul, and Justin, you're right all along, and really I need to replace this anyway. So the auto belts, I think I'm going to replace those this time around. I'm going to put some new seats in here too, I think. I have an idea. I mean, I love wagon seats and all. However, I would like to do something a little more custom in here, a little more ride, a little bit more safe, because, you know, I don't want anybody to get hurt when they're riding with me, obviously. I don't want them to get decapitated, especially because that's what these are known for, decapitating people. So what I want to do is I'm going to put a harness bar in here, put some harnesses in here, some different seats, do all that up. May move these. I've been meaning to move those since I've had the car. If you sit back here, your head actually hits here if you're tall. I do love having those speakers up there. I do want to kind of redo some audio stuff in this car, make it sound a little better. Again, back to my point about the bad wiring. There's just crummy wiring jobs all over this thing. I have this whole list of wagon stuff. Rebuilt the exhaust. I got to do the prop valve. It's leaking. Swap radiator, power steering leak. All the diff fluid, oil changes, new air filter, bumper trim, clutch cable fix, alignment, rebuild front drive shaft. I've got to do that 1310 again. Rewrap the roof, air box. Essentially, I would really like to get this whole list done before I get back on the road, is really what I want to do. That was kind of like the whole intent of building this whole thing. But there are some really big ticket items I really want to do, like 2 bumpers. I'm really in a good place where I want to build 2 bumpers. I want to build a custom roof rack just for the wagon. And that's the kind of fabrication work I want to start getting back into. But anyway, enough of the yik yak, enough jibber jabber. I'll pull these wheels off very quick. Always thought these steelies would look sick on there, but I mean, I can't get away from my braids. These are the creme de la creme, and I love these wheels so much. They're made just for the wagon. Offset's perfect, wheel bolt pattern's all perfect. Real true bead locks, like these are not any joke. These are a huge pain in the butt to get on and off, but these are my pride and joys right here. I love these things, and they match the aesthetic of the wagon I was going for. So there's that. So you can kind of see the brakes and stuff back here. I mean, this drum's just got a lot of service rust on there. I probably wouldn't mind painting that and get it all cleaned up. I would like to do some extended studs on here. I don't know if I want to keep the wheel spacers or not. I mean, I feel like I still need them for what I'm doing right now. I put that in there, a video a long time ago, if you guys remember that. It's still pushing up against this, so it's kind of rotting over. I don't know if I need to build some kind of spacer for that to keep it over the side or not. Just little stuff like that I need to reconsider. And I know the drum on that side is leaking pretty bad. I know this prop valve has been leaking for a while, and it's getting to the point where it's actually like an active seep or a drip on there, so I need to just fully replace that thing out. I'll do that as well. Got some more leakage under this thing here. It's just the paint's missing, so I'm not sure that's from an older leak or a newer leak, but I'll take a look at that while I got everything, all the brakes taken apart. Engine-wise, it's doing really well. No complaints. Really can't beat D-Series for reliability. Love this thing. I'll give everything I've kind of once over with it, but fresh oil change, and we'll be back on the road with that thing. I have no doubts in that thing at all. Front brakes look pretty good. No real problems here. Axle's in pretty good shape. This one's got a good boot on it. This is the axle I broke back in Camden doing donuts in the snow, so I know that's doing all right. Let's see. All this massaging's doing all right there. I'm getting some more wheel rub right here, so I may try to clearance that some more on full lock. You could hear that in some of the videos. It was still clicking pretty good there. You can see some more clearance right here. It's just rubbing really well. I don't know if I space it out a little more, I don't know if it's gonna really help anything. I think that spacers are doing pretty good right here. It's still a good quality spacer. I went with the H&Rs. I want to make sure they're good ones. So this side's in pretty good shape too. That axle's in good shape. Steering rack, bushing. Looks like it's got a little bit of leak to it. I think it's doing okay. I did replace all that, so I need to go through and check all those lines and make sure. I mean, there's grease and stuff down here, so you never can tell. Strut looks really good still. Looks like it's holding up really well. Like I said, I want to move the circlip down, move that over here. I need to replace this alternator belt. It's just all chewed up and gross. Got some more rubbing right here on full lock. I don't think I can help a whole lot with that, but it is what it is. True Heart stuff's down pretty good still. The bushing, all the boots look pretty good there. I won't go over everything in the single car in this video, but I will go ahead and use this as a laundry list of things I need to get. The boots on the rear axles are kind of tore up. I wouldn't mind getting new axles or new boots. I know the new axles are really astronomically expensive, so I'll probably just go with new boots and pull those out, get the boots on there. What's up, Enzo? Did you have a good walk, buddy? Did you have a real good walk? What's up?
What's up?
Did you walk?
Yeah, we walked a little further than I thought, but it was good.
It's a nice day. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for today. I just want to get this thing stripped down a little bit more, talk about the future plans, kind of make a laundry list of things. Gotta start ordering parts. I've been kind of holding off on ordering parts, so I knew exactly what it was really looking like. So now I need wheel bearings, need some drum cylinders, I need some seats, harness bar, turbo. Anyway, so that's the long list of everything that's got to get done here. I got to get to work on that. That's going to be some more content coming real soon. Love you guys. Thanks for everybody stopping by and saying hi. So I mentioned this in the previous video, but it helps to reiterate. If you guys want to follow me and make sure that you see when our videos are uploaded, make sure you hit the little bell icon and turn on all notifications, because the algorithm sometimes wants to hide videos or doesn't show you right when I upload stuff. And it kind of helps keep you notified when things go live. Because I kind of have a sporadic upload right now. I still want to do 2 videos a week, which I'm kind of working myself up to. With 100 Acre Wood, I wasn't really able to do a whole lot of videos last week, but I got a big 98% video coming out for that. And I'll be turning that out. I'll be working on that this week, along with shooting another remake video for the GLA for the Mercedes. Because I gotta show you guys what that thing sounds like and show you all the quirks and features of that car. But until then, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Again, thank you guys so much for all the continued support and love, and I missed you. I hope you're doing well, and yeah, we'll see you guys real soon. Goodbye.